Hello and welcome to Shikara Academy's UPSC Mains PYQ series. In this series, we will be discussing all the GS Mains question asked by UPSC from the year 2013 to 2024. Today is our day 9. So let's begin. Now, this particular question was asked by UPSC in 2024, that is last year's General Studies Paper 1. The intercaste marriages between castes which have socio-economic parity have increased to some extent, but this is less true of interreligious marriages. Discuss. It is a 10 marker question and needs to be answered in 150 words. Now, this question is asking us to discuss the trend that the intercaste marriages in India are increasing. The trend is seeing an increase, but the same cannot be said of the interreligious marriages. They are not growing at parity with the intercaste marriages. Now, mapping it with the syllabus, we can see that it comes from the society part of the GS paper 1 under the heading salient features of Indian society, because it is talking about the marriages, it is talking about caste, and it is talking about religion as well. Before moving forward, it is my utmost pleasure to announce before you that we at Shikara Academy, under the guidance and mentorship of Deepika Reddy ma'am, has come out with the Mains Answer Writing Foundational Bootcamp 2025. This intensive 30-day answer writing course will help you to master the art of scoring high with the right writing skills. The course begins on 23 June and it is highlighted by 30 power-packed live sessions. You will be given notes and handouts, daily answer writing, submissions, feedbacks, integrated diagrams, real UPSC simulation practice tests, and much more. All this at an introductory price of rupees 749. And for the first 50 and for the early birds, the introductory price comes down to 499 only. Now, moving on to our discussion of the question, let's discuss the approach. So, the approach that we'll be having is the introduction, body, conclusion, or the IBC approach. In this approach, introduction, we will introduce the answer. We will just examine the statement that has been given in the question and will build on that. In body, we write the trends in the intercaste marriages that they are increasing and why there is limited. We'll discuss the limited rise in interreligious marriages. Then we summarize the answer in the conclusion. Now, in introduction, we'll write the intercaste marriages, especially between castes with similar socio-economic status, have seen a moderate rise in India. So, if the two castes are agrarian castes, so we can see that they are at a same socio-economic background or at a same socio-economic level. So, we are seeing a moderate rise in the trend of intercaste marriages in such cases, while interreligious marriages remain rare and are socially contentious. Now, we discuss the trend in the intercaste marriages. The first dimension or the first point is the socio-economic parity. Increased education, urbanization, and economic independence have enabled individuals from different castes but similar socio-economic backgrounds to interact and marry more frequently. So, the number one dimension is the socio-economic parity fueled by education, urbanization, and economic independence. Secondly, we have the changing attitude. Families now often prioritize economic stability and compatibility over caste, especially in urban areas. So, this intercaste marriage trend is seeing a more rise in the urban atmosphere, in the urban sphere of things, because in urban areas, the families, they are prioritizing the economic stability and compatibility over the age-old caste norms and things like that. Third, We can give a statistic that about 10% of Indian marriages are intercaste. These days, around 10% of the marriages are intercaste marriages, with a higher rates in progressive states like Punjab and Kerala. In the economically somewhat advanced and more educated states like Kerala, this trend of intercaste marriages is seeing a more rapid rise. Now, we discuss the limited rise in the inter-religious marriages. Intercaste marriages are going up, but inter-religious marriage, of course, they are going up, but not to an extent than the intercaste marriages. Number one dimension is the strong religious boundaries. In India, we have deep-rooted religious identities, customs, community pressures that act as significant deterrents. So we discuss about the deterrents, that is very strong, very deep-rooted religious identity we have in India. The customs are different, and there are community pressures on the couples who try to go the interreligious marriage way. Then we have social and legal barriers. The interreligious couples face greater risk of social exclusion, honor crimes, and legal hurdles under the Special Marriage Act. So they provide the social and economic barriers, the social exclusion, disowning by the families, the honor crimes, the honor killings, and the legal hurdles like the Special Marriage Act. All these contribute to the limited rise in interreligious marriages. Discussing the statistics, we can say that only about 2% of marriages in India as of now are interreligious, reflecting a persistent resistance. So intercaste marriages, they face less resistance as compared to the interreligious marriages. And the statistics say so. So intercaste marriages are about 10%, but religious marriages are only 2% of the all the given marriages in India. Now we conclude and we summarize the answer. So we write, while socio-economic developments has fostered some acceptance of intercaste marriages, this thing is always related to the socio-economic development because of education, economic advancement, urbanization. These factors are contributing in a moderate a moderate rise or acceptance of the intercaste marriages. But interreligious unions or marriages remain constrained by stronger cultural, social, and legal barriers, highlighting the enduring influence of religion in the society. So this particular, the limited rise of the marriages in India, interreligious marriages in India, it reflects, it highlights that there is very strong influence of religion in the society, and it has been persisting over the years. Okay, so that was all for today's answer discussion. Let's see you all in the boot camp. Thank you.